Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the 42-year-old, six-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady and the New England Patriots as they match up with the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Tom Brady and the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wait, 20. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This is Rex Burkhead, the former Bengal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, they dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're off.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. James Devlin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals under first-year head coach Zach Taylor. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter, can outrun people. Catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, here are the starters for New England. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. But right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Dorsett making the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So after the INT, it's Brady. Got Gordon open, completes it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
No, 66.
To throw is Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Chuck. Chuck 31.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati, and even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers a week ago for Michel. 16 carries, 59 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
72. Watch the pass.
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake. Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing now is Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort, and you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Dalton hovering near the goal line. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make Play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. But we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. Brady. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Brady. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Back to Mixon on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll be marked in. Short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Brady now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again. Brady. Complete to Dorsett. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Slant route caught by Edelman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, how many times have we seen that? Third down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
72.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down. And here's 2nd and 2. This is Michel on the counter. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Brady on the bootleg. And this is caught. It's Edelman. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And Dalton to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And Thomas has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Demaryius Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Wait, that,
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin with a battle of 2 Northeastern squads, Buffalo at Heinz Field to take on Pittsburgh. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Passing. It's Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And it's Michel once again. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, they turn to Burkhead. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Dalton. Incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. Andy Dalton now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Dalton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Play action here with Dalton. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, and a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Come on.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He completes it to Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Demaryius Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Brady. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On the ground is Michel, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw there complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On play action, it's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And this is incomplete. Brandon Bolden that time, the one he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
New England on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. Brady. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. On play action, now Brady. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff, now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Dalton here from the gun to Mixon on the check down. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On first down, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The second down run for Burkhead. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Dorsett's got it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and this is caught. It's Edelman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
4th down, Dalton wants to throw. And Eifert has it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Back to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies him to get set. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. On 1st down, Michel. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Michel. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Brady leaves to Burkhead on the draw. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Patriots send out their punter, and you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. It's do or die for Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Pats, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.